the Gun Run. This is Will Sanchez. Thank you for tuning in. I have two very special guests today. Their names are Ivory Bell and Pierre Henry. They're runners with Urban Athletics. Moreover, they run a business called Pierre Spicy. We're going to learn all about that business. I'm honored to have them as guests.
Well, thank you for having us.
Before we go into Pierre Spicy, the last time you were here, Ivory, you said you were going to have a new trainer and had new goals. So bring us up to date.
Okay. When I saw you last, I think I was planning to train and run Chicago so that I could run Boston again. And I did train last summer into the fall for Chicago, and then I got injured, as many of us do. And coming back from that injury, Jerry McCarry, who's coaching me now, said, stop running marathons.
You mean forever or just?
He goes, if you get the bug again, we'll talk about it and I'll train you, but you have trouble in the heat, you have trouble in the summer, and I think you're better at the shorter distance. And I mean shorter distance. I've been doing Masters track. Did the 800 in the mile indoor season, and I've done the 800 outdoor this season, ran the USDF New York Masters race in the pouring rain for an 800 meter PR for me at 3:03. Have a mile coming up if we don't get canceled at New York Roadrunners next week, and then the Brooklyn Mile and the Fifth Avenue Mile.
Well, you mentioned you had a PR. Is that a PR of?
For my entire career, of course, I've only been doing track a really short time, and if you recall from our last interview, I started racing late anyway, so I came to the sport racing my first half marathon at 55.
Ah, but it's exciting to have a PR at any age.
Yeah, no, and it's fun. My early 800s on the track were like 3:24, okay. And so to get down to 3:03 was really exciting for me.
That is a big jump.
And my goals this year really to get my scores into national class ranking, in the 800 and the mile are national class. So.
Okay, but that means more travel. Probably have to go overseas to compete.
No, I was talking to, just had the nationals in Louisiana. And people said, oh, Ivy, you should have gone. And I go, my husband thinks I'm crazy if I drive to Syracuse for a 5K. What's he going to think if I fly to run an 800 meter? So it's like your dollar to time on the investment is a little bit higher.
Well, he has to come along to double the mileage.
Yes, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be traveling for any 800 meter races.
The last time you were here, you also introduced us to Pierre Spicy. So.
Well, I met Pierre when I was training for my first marathon, and he was running this spicy peanut butter business.
Now, this is how many years ago?
I think it's about 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
Pierre's a sports masseur, so he helped me stay healthy and get to my first marathon, and I really liked his product, so I kind of talked myself into volunteering to help him with his business.
Okay, and that was 4.5 happy years ago.
4.5 years ago, yeah.
Okay, well, let's turn our attention to Pierre. I was going to say Spicy Pierre, but
I guess that's my new last name.
But it's Pierre Spicy. Well, Pierre, let's introduce you to our audience. Tell us where you were born and tell us about your growing up years.
I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and at the age of 12, my parents moved me to New York City and been here all the time. This is great.
Now, before you moved into the city at 12, did you have a lot of activity in Haiti? Did you run around?
Oh, yeah. I played a lot of soccer, volleyball, things like that. Then when I come to America, so I started playing volleyball. Then I joined some teams and found really in love with it. So
it was volleyball.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw a picture, and I thought you were 6'1" because you really were over the fence spiking this ball.
Yeah.
So was this part of I think you were in the Junior Olympics? Tell us about
I was
that.
in Junior Olympics, represent New York State, and we finished third in the nation at that time.
Third in the whole country?
In the whole country.
Okay. The Junior Olympics. What age is that?
From 17 to 18.
Oh, that's really very limited, 17 to 18.
Yeah.
So
but I started playing seriously when I was like 15. So from there, I got chosen by.
So it only took you a year and a half to get
Well, I have
Olympic-
some good coach.
Olympic quality.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that in school and after school?
After school, but in school I played in high school.
Which high school was that?
Louis D. Brandeis in Manhattan.
Oh, that's a good school.
Yeah, it was fun.
He's a famous lawyer. But you
Yeah.
became well, you didn't become a lawyer, you became, I think, a massage therapist?
I went to school for massage therapy after that.
From after high school?
Well, after high school, I went to college. I took a break from college and I started interested about trying for the Olympic. So then I tried for the 800 back home in Haiti.
Oh, okay, so you
800
went from
and a mile.
volleyball into running.
To run in. I qualified for Haiti, then I got injured, so I never have the chance to make it to the next level to play in the Olympic. I would have been in '84 Olympic trying.
That would have been exciting. 84.
Oh yeah,
That was
I
a great
loved it.
year.
It was a good year.
So what was your
800.
what was your best time for the 800?
I went about 150, but I think I could have done better.
Went better. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so you came back, obviously,
Yeah, I came back
to New
to New
York, I
York.
guess,
Yeah.
after the disappointment of not getting
Yeah.
injured.
Then I went to massage school, and I became a massage therapist. First, I worked for Mount Sinai Hospital as a physical therapy assistant. Then from there, I found out I really liked the field, so I like massage. So I went to school for massage.
Is that the Swedish Institute?
I went to the
Is that the
Swiss-
only
yes,
school
indeed.
for massage? Everybody says Swedish Institute, I guess.
Oh, it's great. It's one of the best in the country.
Oh, there are others. Okay.
Yeah, in the world, I would say.
Okay.
Then from there, I went to Thailand and studied Thai massage.
Oh, Thailand. Well, that must have been
Oh, that
nice.
was wonderful.
You were single at that time?
No, I was divorced. But I
Oh.
went there to study because I really love the technique that they use in Thai.
Okay. So ever since you've been practicing, you're then a licensed massage therapist. And, okay, good. Now, at some point, well, two things. One, you were running with Urban Athletics. How did you discover Urban Athletics, or did they discover you?
Well, I knew Jerry a long time ago. We used to compete against each other. And then we became good friends. So I know he's in the store, help him out, things like that. And so he know I can run good, so he invite me to run with the club.
Ah,
So I run with the
so we were
club
competing for Jerry in the New York area.
in New York area.
The road runners races.
Yeah, things like that.
Short distances, right?
Well, I do anything from 100 meters when I was young. So I went to all the way to marathon.
Okay.
So I do like 4 New York City marathon and 1 Boston.
Oh, Boston. I mean, you qualified for Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations. All right. What was your best New York time?
My best New York is 3:01.
3:01.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did better in Boston, 2:54.
Oh,
But
that's really cool.
But I always break down. I have a lot of, because I was always thinking about being a short distance, my speed would take me to those, but you need those long, serious training to make you a better marathoner.
Well, Boston's at that Heartbreak Hill, so I guess running New York helped you with the Boston.
Yeah, I like hills.
Cool. So Jerry got 2 for 1. You got a runner and got a massage therapist.
Yes,
so I'm
indeed.
sure you get to work on a lot of the team members.
Oh, yes. Like Ivy became one of
Ivy was one?
That's how we became involved with the spicy peanut butter.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that. You're the founder of Pierre Spicy. So tell us what that is.
We have peanut butter back home in Haiti. We call it mamba. And I always loved eating that as a kid. So once I went back home, somebody introduced me to it and they gave me it. And I found out how much I love it. So I said I had to learn to make it. It was 7 years ago I went to visit my aunt.
Oh,
Then
that's
I-
recent.
Yeah.
Ah.
Then I decided it's time to create something different and to give people a taste of Haiti. So, and I know it's good protein, all these good things about peanut butter. So I went on the idea of start making it myself, and I asked my family and friends how to do it, and they give me some idea, and I tackle it, and I find the right solution.
At your home kitchen?
I started in my home kitchen in East Harlem, and I started doing it and give some friends taste of it, and everybody fall in love with it, and I started going on and find a way how to make it legal.
How to make it legal.
The laws which apply to packaged goods really start at higher volumes, but they like they like the stuff to come from a certified commercial kitchen.
Exactly.
That's what he was. That when he said trying to make it legal. So okay, but it's still made in an old-fashioned peanut butter machine, so it's still really an artisanal product in terms of that.
Well, that's interesting. You got to start somewhere. I would imagine the kitchen, the home kitchen, is the
yeah,
right
but
place.
if you're serving it to people, they want to worry about bacteria. So you have to take a course from the health department about cuisine.
Okay,
Yes.
there are a lot of regulations.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of it is good, and some of it you wonder about it. Okay, so your friend said you got a winning product here, and you said, well, how can I introduce it? So at some point you ran into Ivy, or Ivy ran into you. So what
Right, I
happened
was
there?
doing a testing at Urban Athletic.
Oh, so you brought it to
Then I brought it to a
Jerry's
Jerry's store. Everybody's tasting it, and Ivy tasted it, and she liked it, and she started asking more questions about it. And I said, okay. So I found that she had background in marketing, so that was perfect. I need someone with that criteria.
Before I was in advertising for packaged good products. So I worked with Lipton, I worked with Haagen-Dazs, I worked with a number of packaged goods like that. So I had some experience with sort of packaging, product introduction, and I've just kind of always loved the food category. So I kind of talked him into it. And in the beginning in our process, we went through sort of the more official, the stuff that he said, making it legal. I would say probably making it more palatable for the stores, because the stores like things. I mean, if you look here, we've got nutrition facts and we've got barcodes. These are things that you need to be in major food stores, and the nutrition facts have to be processed in, they have to be, you have to do product testing and stuff like that. Yeah. You have to do shelf life testing and all of that so that you can actually get that information. And then we repackage the goods through a label designer. I mean, Pierre obviously had a lot of input in terms of the design. And actually the designer who did the label came through a source of his, because through his massage business, he knows people that do all kinds of different things, because runners come in all shapes, sizes, and varieties and professions. People who want massages also come in all shapes, sizes, and professions. So he's got a very strong network as well.
So you're a talker when you're massaging people?
When you work in people, there's a lot of people who love to talk and get massaged, so you're accustomed to it. So and you have to learn to be quiet. Because sometimes, you don't want to start the conversation. You let the person start it and you see how it is. And sometimes you want them to be quiet, because you know that their body will tell you exactly where they're hurt and things like that. So you'll listen to them, but you're feeling the muscles and figure out what's going on with the person. It's like being a psych.
You get good info or good intel. I remember I had Tony Ruiz here, and he found out about the Central Park Track Club through his secretary, who's a massage therapist for Central Park Track Club. And I go, my God, what a small world.
Yeah.
And yes, Tony Ruiz is a legend now with the Central Park Track Club. And so he got there through his massage therapist, working as a secretary. I guess hopefully massage therapists make a little more money nowadays. I don't know.
It's a good living. I say it's an honest living. It's that you fix people and sometimes they don't come back. But the majority of the time you get people who are really working hard on themselves, so they always come back and say fine-tune themselves. People think massage is for luxury, but no, massage is a way of protecting yourself in the long run. So you don't have to think about going to the doctor. You come to me as a doctor.
You fixed a lot of your customers are runners and athletes.
Triathletes, volleyball, and I have a lot of strong connection with the medical world too. So I have a few doctors send me their clients.
Excellent.
So Will's going to make an appointment when the show's over.
Well, I'm interested in trying the peanut butter. As a kid, I didn't enjoy peanut butter that much, but as an adult, I just love it. I like Smart Balance because you don't need to put it in the refrigerator. You can store it in your in your closet. So since I'm in emergency preparedness, you got to prepare food in case So I always have extra smart balance in my cabinets, which never lasts because I usually eat it.
Well, if people ask us about the shelf life for the nut butter, and it's shelf stable for a year, I said, but if you have the jar for the year, then this isn't a product for you. I mean, is it people kind of, if they like it, it's not going to last long because people
That's
eat
true.
it straight from the jar.
And you need to refrigerate it after you open it?
You don't need to refrigerate it, but it is a natural product. So just like you were saying, you like this smart balance because it doesn't separate. Nut butters have natural oil separation. So if you don't like oil separation, refrigerating retards that. And I sometimes store it upside down, stirred. So then, well, if the oil rises to the bottom and you stir it, it's much easier than when the oil rises to the top. But that's just a little, little nut butter trick. It's funny that you said you didn't like it because I don't think Pierre knows I didn't eat peanut butter until I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like nut butter until I was about 17.
For some reason, whatever that brand, Skippy, didn't do it for me.
Probably too much sugar.
Too much sugar, yeah.
I don't know.
And that's the beautiful thing about Pierre Spicy, you know. It's not sweet, it's kind of sage. And you can use it with a lot of different things. You can have it with celery, you can have it with apple, you can cook with it. And the spice in there, the chili really make it a good
Yeah, we have some recipes on our website.
Okay.
It's great with chicken. Pierre just made some shrimp that he sent me a picture of the shrimp. I didn't get to taste them, but boy, they really look delicious. Yeah, and I make spicy peanut butter cookies with it. So it's the heat and the sort of sweet and savory in a cookie, and it makes a good cookie.
Okay, cool. And I think you have two flavors or two spices, moderate and hot.
Yeah, we've got, it's kind of 4 SKUs. So it's almond medium. So we've got an almond, which is a little spicy, and then we have almond hot, and then we have peanut medium and peanut hot. Almond is a big trend in the food market now. There are some people that don't like peanuts because it's a legume and there's peanut allergies, and almond's kind of been the hot nut out there right now. Although there's been droughts in California, so the almonds are very expensive. But people are used to paying a little bit more for almonds. So
Well, almond always has a good reputation.
almond has a good reputation, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of nutrition, they're both solid nutritional plants, very low glycemic. It's got a little sweetness from agave because you really don't get the heat from the spice without a little sweetness to bring it out.
Does it go with any wines? Because I'm into wine now.
Oh, good with red wine.
We were at a wine event when somebody said, I think it was the cab that she liked it with. She's like a full-bodied Cabernet. There was somebody, okay, this really goes good with this wine. I wish I'd written down what she said, or Shiraz perhaps, something which has got a little peppery note in it or something.
Yeah. Those are the 4? Or do you have other?
Those are the 4. I mean, we've had conversations about other things.
We have a couple of things we're working on.
So we may have some surprises coming.
All right. Sometimes I'll see online, and now they have chocolate, peanut butter. They seems to have every flavor under the sun.
Well, yes, they do. There's a lot, and there's a lot of sweet nut butters out there. And then there's nut butters where they add things like chia seed and flax or extra protein. This is what's nice about that is it's really simple ingredients. If my mother used to say, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it.
That's probably very wise.
So everything on here you can pronounce.
Oh, excellent. People can buy it online?
Yes, we have a web store. We also are in a few retail outlets, some gourmet food markets. And one of the ways we generate business is that we do weekend markets from time to time. So we've been at Hester Street, we've been at Schwick, we've been at in Brooklyn, the Metro Flea Market. And our big show is the Brooklyn Chili Pepper Festival. If people don't know about that, that's for all things hot.
Yeah.
And it's at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, October 1st, and we were there last year. And they get somewhere like 5,000 people that come in and out during the day. And the experience last year was funny because people would come to us after tasting ghost pepper hot sauce, and they would say, "Well, that's not spicy." And I go, "Yeah, this is food. We're really not trying to burn your mouth. We want to give you something that's tasty, that's a little bit different, but that it's a pleasurable experience." I mean, there were people, "Oh my God!" It's like people were dripping with sweat. There were some police guys who were working the event who were like just dying, and
Or because of all the spicy food they would
yes,
send.
I mean, yes, and they found something hotter than ghost pepper since then.
Yeah, I remember when I first tried spicy, I would sweat. But after a couple of years, you don't sweat anymore. I mean, I can eat spicy, although the doctor recommended not after 8 o'clock for stomach issues.
Well, the capsaicin, which is in peppers, is actually very healthy for you and reduces inflammation. And there's been a lot of studies about how spice is good for health. So nut butter is
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you said you're at some stores. So which stores in the New York area can our audience find you?
Well, our website has the list of the stores. Our first store, and still one of our stores, is Food Liberation on 88th and Lexington. So John, the owner there, who is not on the internet and still prints things out and not on the computer, he's very back to nature, has been a loyal supplier of ours. We've been in Bagel World in Brooklyn, Grand Champs in Brooklyn, which is a Haitian restaurant with a small market. So we do have an appeal to the Haitian community too.
Sometimes when I go to health shops or health nuts, they'll have a little demo, little products.
Yes. We did one in my neighborhood. It's kind of my big favorite health food store.
You're saying this is the peanut butter industry is very popular.
And also I would say we tend to be, I mean, Brooklyn's a good market for us because it's a little hipper, honestly. We do appeal to the hipsters. I'm sorry to use the jargon. But it's, it's an artisan product, it's a premium price, and, it's not something that, that everybody's going to enjoy. It's.
I like that word, artisan product. That seems to be a hot word.
Well, it is. I mean, when you start looking, and Brooklyn has a very strong community for these types of things and support individual makers, and that's, as I would say, Pierre's a maker, and. These are people that, that's where the craft beer movement is, and the craft chocolate business. This is craft peanut butter.
You have a lot of different ethnicity there too that make it like spicy food.
You'd probably be very popular in Queens too. That's hugely diverse.
We because we are such a small company, we slowly move into different neighborhood, part of the cities to give people a taste of the product that we have.
Both of us have other businesses which we use to pay the bills.
So you have to do massage.
I have to do massage. I have to pay for my running habit.
Your running addiction. That's why you don't want to go to overseas, because you want to control your addiction. Or your husband might get upset. I can see you playing very well in Queens, and hopefully. The Queens Distance Runners would be a good group to tap.
Yes. We did a tasting in Brooklyn Running Company a while ago.
You said you were a small company, so you created your own work. People are always looking for work and having trouble finding work. So you created your own job. Pierre Spicy. I mean, you ought to be proud of that you're an entrepreneur.
Well, I think it's great to show people a different culture where the food, people don't know about Haitian cuisine that much. So to give them a taste of Haiti by just giving them a small peanut butter, I think that's a great step.
It is.
And we want to do more for different community, not only in America. I want to eventually, as the business get better, I want to do some stuff in Haiti with the spicy peanut butter and help the people. I think that's part of the goal is to help young kids to run better, try to sell some spicy peanut butter, and make the country part of themselves.
Yeah, it's an ongoing effort with Haiti. It's always a tough place.
Yeah, it is.
And it's great that you want to give back to your homeland.
Yeah, and New York is my home too. I love New York.
I can tell. Okay, well, let's wrap up. So, Ivy, is there a athletic event you're looking forward to? A 10K Masters or something?
No, my goal race this year is the Fifth Avenue Mile.
Oh. And do you have a goal time?
Yes, but I'm really cautious now about putting times out there because then people, it's like if you don't do it, it's like, oh, what happened? And if so what I really want to do is do the best that I can on that given day.
Excellent.
Okay.
You've probably done it before?
I've done the Fifth Avenue Mile before, yes. My best time was 6:42 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I was third that year. My two competitors are now in the next age category, so I'm hoping that I might be able to place a little higher. But there's always young people that come up.
That's true. That's true, especially in the New York area.
You just never know who's going to compete.
The New York area, it's like, where are these people coming from? Because running is booming. Okay, and then professionally speaking, what's the challenge for you?
Professionally speaking, what we need to actually get out into more stores so that the brand name has a little recognition. Even if the recognition is local, it's helpful to have some brand recognition. So that would be the goal for this business.
Okay. You're not interested in opening up a food cart or a truck with Pierre Spicy roaming around New York City?
Yes, well, yeah.
Well, that's how Super Runner Shop started with Gary Murphy. He had a truck with the shoes.
That is
Yeah.
true.
No, that's a whole new set of licenses I would have to
Yes.
figure out. So I'm sort of the business back end of the house. I mean, Pierre's the creator, and I'm sort of the marketing end of the business, and the contract end of the business, and the testing end of the business, and the order department, and all kinds of stuff like that.
She's doing a good job.
It is a big job. I think she ought to get a raise. And then Pierre, what about your running? Do you run for fun? What's your?
I enjoy running for fun, but once in a while I feel like I deserve a little challenge. So I'm thinking about doing a race maybe in September.
Do you have one in mind?
Maybe the Bronx 10 miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you train with Jerry, or you train by yourself?
I train by myself.
Okay.
By the time Jerry's training, I am at work.
Okay.
So,
massaging or cooking.
Exactly. I have to keep those two working.
That is a challenge to juggle. Okay. So is there anything else you want to say in closing?
I think we have a great product, and I hope more people give us a try and taste it, and they will really gonna fall in love with our product, because our product is one of the best in the market.
Try it, you'll like it.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, well, and you can go to our website, pierrespicy.com.
Well, where's your next street event?
The thing that we're definitely doing, because the street events are sort of kind of pop up, and we decide depending on schedules on the last minute.
Yeah.
But we will be at the Brooklyn Chili Pepper Festival, October 1st.
Okay, and where's the location for that?
That's the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens.
Oh, beautiful place.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, on that note, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having us.
Nice to see you.